Podcast Blast Off. Hey everybody, this is Nathan from Podcast Blast Off, and this episode is all about microphones. There are a lot of microphones out there, and if you're just getting into podcasting, you might be confused as to which microphone is the best for you. And if you don't know which microphone is the best for you, you might waste a lot of money. This episode is going to help you avoid that by going over some of the best microphones for podcasting. But first, we're going to explain some of the differences between the different types of microphones out there. The microphone is the first part of your audio chain. And if you want good audio quality from your podcast, a good microphone is a must. In future videos, we'll talk about boom arms and shock mounts, pop filters, and preamps. But for this episode, we're going to focus on the microphone. There are two main types of microphones out there, known as condenser mics and dynamic mics. Condenser mics are the microphones that are usually used for vocals on music. Rappers and pop artists love these microphones because they pick up a wide range of sound and a lot of tonal varieties. The problem with these microphones is that they also pick up a lot of background noise and room noise. Condenser mics use something called phantom power to power the microphone. If the room that you are recording in with a condenser mic is not properly sound conditioned, you'll get all kinds of room ambience, reverb, and noise, which you really want to avoid if you're doing a podcast. The other main type of microphone out there is known as a dynamic microphone. Dynamic microphones do not need to be powered with phantom power, and because of this, they do not pick up as wide of a range of frequencies or the noise of the room in the background. The other common difference between condenser microphones and dynamic microphones is that condenser microphones you speak into the face of, while dynamic microphones you speak into the top of. For the sake of this video, we're going to be focusing mainly on dynamic microphones. The other thing that you need to understand about microphones is something called the pickup pattern. The pickup pattern is the area around the microphone in which sound will be picked up. Omnidirectional microphones pick up sound in a full 360 degrees radius around the microphone. Bidirectional microphones pick up sound right in front of the microphone and right behind the microphone. Cardioid microphones, named so because of the pickup pattern being shaped like a heart, are the most ideal for podcasters. Cardioid microphones will pick up a strong vocal signal when you're right in front of the microphone and will continue to pick up a strong signal even if you move your head slightly to the left or to the right. But because of their tight pickup pattern, anything outside of their sweet spot will usually not be picked up at all. This means sounds like keyboards or computer fans or a creaking door in the background. None of this will get picked up, and none of it will annoy your listeners. Let's start by looking at the Logitech ClearChat headset. This headset will run you between $25 and $35 and has an omnidirectional microphone, which means it will pick up a lot of background noise, but if you're quiet and careful, you can still get really good quality sound out of this headset. Next, we'll look at the Audio-Technica AT2005 USB. This is one of my favorite microphones, and you can pick it up for about $50 to $70 depending on where you find it. This microphone hooks up with USB, so you don't need a mixer, or it can hook up with your traditional mic cable. It also has a headphones jack on it, and it has volume control. This microphone for an entry-level podcaster, I would say, is probably one of the best microphones. Plus, it is a cardioid microphone, so you don't need the best mic control to get good audio quality, and it does a lot of that eliminating of background noise that is one of the benefits of getting a cardioid microphone. For an entry-level podcaster, I really can't recommend this one enough. Next, we'll look at two of what I consider to be mid-level microphones. We'll look first at the Heil PR40. Now, this microphone is used by a lot of really popular podcasters. I think Podcast Answer Man uses this one. Also, Jonathan Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire uses this one. It's a really good quality microphone. It is also a cardioid microphone, dynamic, and you get really good sound out of this one. I would recommend this if you've got the money to spend on it. You're looking at about $330 for this one. After that, we've got the Shure SM7B, which is also a very good microphone. A lot of pro broadcasters use this microphone. I would say it's a step above the Heil Sound PR40. The Shure SM7B gets a really smooth, milky sound out of your vocals, and it's great for capturing that classic broadcaster style voice. You can pick up the Shure SM7B for about $350 various places on the internet. Next, we have my favorite microphone. This is the Electro-Voice RE20, and this is the microphone that I'm actually using to record this video right now. This microphone is probably the Cadillac of microphones. I love this microphone. It gets a nice, consistent sound. Doesn't matter where my head is at. As long as I'm in the sweet spot, I'm getting a very consistent sound all around. And this microphone, the outside of the sweet spot area, about a grapefruit away from the microphone, nothing gets picked up. No background noise, no room ambience, no keyboard clicking, no notifications from my computer, none of that. I can actually record my podcast in my room with my window open and traffic going on in the background, and this microphone only gets my voice. The Electro-Voice RE20. Ladies and gentlemen, this microphone goes for about $450 just for the microphone alone, but if you've got the money and you can afford it, you'd be a fool to buy anything else. Again, I really can't emphasize enough how important it is to have a good microphone if you want to have a good quality sounding podcast. I hope this video helped clear up any confusion you might have had about microphones or the microphone buying process. With the top 5 picks that I pointed out in this video, no matter what's your budget, you can be podcasting like the pros. Hey guys, if you like this video, subscribe and make sure that you don't miss future tutorials. And if you really want to podcast like the pros, head over to Podcast Blastoff by clicking the link in the description box below.